I told my cousin they could have the item back over my dead body. They took that as permission. Give it back, my cousin Maverick said coldly. It hadn't even been 2 days since Grandma's passing, and he was already selling every belonging that ever mattered to her. He reached out to swipe the last family heirloom from my hands, but I stepped back just in time. No, I told him sharply. You literally sold it to me yesterday. Why do you want it back? He rolled his eyes. That's none of your business, and I told you I'll even pay you triple. So what's the holdup? This is the last thing I have of Grandma, and I plan on cherishing it unlike you, I said. I rushed to my car and locked it. Maverick stood there tugging at the door handle, cursing at me until I drove away. Not even 5 minutes later, he started spamming my phone with calls and texts, calling me selfish, accusing me of knowing the heirloom was worth $400,000, not the $500 he'd sold it for, but I hadn't known. I'd only taken it because of a promise I made to Grandma before she passed, but Maverick refused to let it go. He had a lawyer come out to my house and physically hand me a 3-page letter accusing me of fraud, threatening to take me to court for the emotional distress I was causing everyone. I took the papers with a smile and contacted my own lawyer, who later confirmed there was definitely no case. It was a clear transaction. Then his wife came knocking on my door. She was calm, reasonable even. Look, I know this has gotten out of hand, she said, but we really need that money. Can we work something out for family harmony? I made a promise to my grandmother, I told her. Her face turned dark. Don't say I didn't warn you, she muttered before leaving. That's when my neighbor walked over. Everything all right? I've been seeing a car parked outside your house, he said. 3 days in a row. Same car. If I were you, I'd keep up my security. You never know when it comes to family. Just a day later, Maverick started upping his antics, threatening notes on my door. My car keyed with the words, greedy traitor. Then one day, Maverick followed me to my workplace. He grabbed me and started screaming in my face right there in the lobby. You really want to play games? Because I'll show you what happens to people who play games with me. That's when I knew I had to go to the police. I showed up at the station with everything. Photos of my keyed car, screenshots of his threatening texts, a statement from my manager about the workplace incident. The officer looked through it all and sighed. Look, I understand your concern, but unless he physically harms you or makes an explicit threat of violence, there's not much we can do. If it escalates, come back. I left feeling more helpless than before. When I got home, my neighbor was sitting on his porch. He saw the defeated look on my face and walked over immediately. Hey, I'm right next door. I'll keep watching out for you. If I see anything suspicious, I'll let you know. I instantly felt safer. Thank you, I said with a light smile. Really, I don't know what I'd do without you looking out for me. He smiled back. That's what neighbors are for. That night, I actually slept soundly. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have. The smoke alarm woke me at 3 in the morning. I smelled it before I saw it, smoke pouring under my bedroom door. I grabbed the heirloom from my nightstand and ran to the bathroom, soaking a towel with water and wrapping it as carefully as I could around the heirloom. When I opened the door again, the entire bedroom and hallway was filled with smoke, and at the end of it stood Maverick with a grin on his face as he blocked the entrance. Give it to me, he said. You set my house on fire for this? I screamed, coughing at the smoke. No, taking your life has always been the goal. The heirloom is just a bonus. He ran straight at me, making me drop the heirloom to the floor as we struggled in that burning hallway, slamming from wall to wall. After a minute, he won. His hands grabbed it as I was pinned down, my face just inches from a flame. Then I saw it. The flame grew larger on his jacket sleeve. Maverick stumbled back, screaming, "Come on, I'll get you out!" My neighbor suddenly appeared through the smoke. He grabbed the heirloom and pulled me toward the exit while Maverick continued to struggle. By the time I made it out, police cars were already there with the paramedics. Your neighbor called and showed us the footage of a man setting your house on fire, one officer explained. My neighbor grinned. I told you I'd have your back. My neighbor guided me to his house while the paramedics rushed to Maverick and worked to treat his burns. Thank you for saving me, I said finally. Can I have the heirloom back now? My neighbor stood by the window, turning it over in his hands a couple times, examining it closely. Oh, this? His voice was different now, almost evil. Do you even know how long I've been waiting to have this? Then he looked at me, peeling off the fake mustache and hair. You're not getting it back. It hit me like cold water. Dad? I heard myself ask. Full story on channel linked below.